Need some coins for that God Squad you've always wanted? Check out rockbottomcoins.com for cheap and fast coins. Use code ZIRK for 30% off your order.
The whole thing wobbin', wobbin', wobbin'. When I come around, got the whole thing wobbin'.
What's going on, guys? It's Zirksee coming at you today with another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be giving you guys my Rookie Premier predictions. Now, one thing I do want to mention is the Rookie Premier promo probably will not be out until like the first or second week of July, probably the first week of July, just so you guys know, so don't think it's coming anytime really soon. But I did want to do my predictions today because what else is there to do on this fine Thursday afternoon? So I do want to say, remember, these are just predictions. These are not confirmed going to be the players, but I did some research. You know, I take a look back at like the previous couple of years, see the patterns that EA likes to follow, and then I also take a look at the draft. Just because, you know, we're going to be getting 5 offensive players and 5 defensive players does not mean that my list is going to be correct. As I said, these are predictions, and you don't necessarily always go with just like the first person always selected. We're not just going to get the first quarterback every single year. We're not going to get the first wide receiver every single year. Just like a couple years ago, Baker Mayfield was selected first overall. We didn't get him as the QB. The next year, we got Kyler Murray, who was selected first overall. So they definitely could change it up, but hopefully I get like 70%, maybe even 8% of these right. I honestly think these could be fully correct, but we'll see. But I do want to give a shout out to Daniel Pasaki, hopefully I said that correctly, for being a part of the Noti Gang. If you guys want a chance to be shouted out in the next video, drop a like in the vid, make sure you guys are subbed to the channel, turn the notification bell on, and comment down below Noti Gang. Also, huge shout out to all you guys that have been ordering G Fuel right now, of course. Right now, through May 25th, code ZIRK is 30% off. It has been a record day for sales from you guys, so seriously, thank you guys so much. It's been incredible. I did also just get the new sour phaseberry flavor, and let me tell you, that stuff is amazing. If you love sour candy like I do, and phaseberry literally was my favorite flavor before, this is by far and away my favorite flavor, and it's amazing. So check it out. Links in the description. Code ZIRK, 30% off. With that being said, let's get to my predictions. So one thing I do want to mention is that with rookie premieres, they are usually only first-round picks. However, this year, there's 2 exceptions because there actually was 2 positions that weren't even picked in the first round. So maybe that's going to mess with how EA does stuff. But there was not a tight end selected in round number 1, and there was not a safety selected in round number 1. So keep that in mind when I'm going over my predictions of these players. And another thing I want to mention is that it's been alternating in years. They've done 2 linebackers and a defensive end, 2 defensive ends and a linebacker. It seems to alternate, but they could do the same thing. This year, we got 2 defensive linemen and 1 linebacker. We got Devin Bush, and then we had Quinnen Williams and Nick Bosa. So I'm going to make the guess. They're going to switch back, and we're going to get 2 linebackers and 1 defensive lineman for Madden 21. So keep that in mind. So let's go over the quarterback first. So I think this is pretty obvious. It is between 2 people, and I'm really not sure what way EA is going to do, but I kind of think they're going to do Joe Burrow. I really think they're going to do Joe Burrow again. Last year, they did give us the number 1 overall pick with Kyler Murray, so maybe they don't want to give us the number 1 overall pick again with Joe Burrow, but I just think it makes sense because there's a lot of hype around Burrow. Obviously, he was the number 1 overall pick, but going to Cincinnati as well, I feel like he has a lot of hype around him, but the same thing with Tua going to Miami. So I really feel like either of these QBs could actually be it, but just so I have something set in stone for my prediction, I think we're going to get Joe Burrow. By the way, if you guys don't know how rookie premieres work, I will be dropping a video once we get closer to rookie premieres. Basically, there's going to be some sets that come out, and with the rookie premiere sets, you'll complete them. You'll have to get tokens or do something to get the sets done. It's going to be pretty expensive to do. They usually do drop like some solo challenges or something. You can get a free one or at least get partial of a free one. You'll probably get a full free one. And then they'll basically be a 99 overall in Madden 20, but then in Madden 21, you'll get their base item, and they'll upgrade throughout a certain month. I believe that it's February, so say that Joe Burrow has a 76 overall to start off Madden 21. You'll get a 76 Joe Burrow as long as you complete the set in Madden 20, and then it'll upgrade every time he gets a card. So say Joe Burrow gets a 85 Team of the Week in Week 3 or whatever, your Joe Burrow will now be an 85 overall. But the abilities weren't really that great this year with how you could do it. They had put some limitations on abilities and everything. So Will people do rookie premieres this year? I personally will. It's really the only thing you can do to kind of transfer stuff from Madden 20, Madden 21. You don't transfer over coins, your team, anything like that. Rookie premiere is usually the only thing that transfers over aside from like the loyalty stuff, which we still don't have the loyalty stuff in the game. Now, next up is going to be running back, and this is very obvious. He was the only first-round running back selected. In the past couple of years, it has been, I believe, the first running back selected every single year. So, Clyde Edwards-Hilaire should be a rookie premier selection for this upcoming year unless they decide to change the system of how they've done it for the past couple of years, which I don't believe they will. So Clyde Edwards-Hilaire should be a rookie premier player, so you Chiefs fans, you should have someone pretty good here. 91 speed, 93 XL, he's 5'7", 95 agility, 91 elusiveness, 85 truck, 92 break tackle, 93 carrying, of course. We don't really know how the run game is going to be in Madden 21. If it's anything similar to Madden 20, then it's going to be pretty overpowered. So this would be kind of nice to have a somewhat decent running back to start off Madden 21, given he is the 32nd pick, so he probably won't be that high of an overall to start the year, but he's on the Chiefs. They're probably going to score a lot of points, may add to their running game. He could get a team of the week, he could get a couple upgrades, could be a good rookie premier. Now, there were quite a few first-round wide receivers selected. We have players like CeeDee Lamb, we have Henry Ruggs, we have Jerry Jeudy, we have Rieger for the Eagles, and then we also got Justin Jefferson, and I want to say that's, no, we actually have Brandon Ayuk, and I think it's Ayuk, hopefully I said that correctly, and I believe that is it for the first round wide receivers. There are a ton of different wide receivers that could be selected, but to be honest here, I truly believe that it's between two players, and unfortunately, I'm a Cowboys fan here, it's not CeeDee Lamb. I don't think CeeDee Lamb is going to end up getting it. I really think it's going to be between Henry Ruggs and probably Jerry Jeudy. I feel like those are the two it's going to be. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if they decided to give us Henry Ruggs because he is the speedster of the class, right? He's got 98 speed on his 96 overall card. So I feel like that's kind of an EA thing to do, is give us a speedy wide receiver. Like last year, we got Marquise Brown heading into this year. If you guys had his rookie premier card, he got upgraded. He was the first wide receiver selected, and also Henry Ruggs was the first wide receiver selected. So I wouldn't be shocked to see Ruggs. Wouldn't be bad because of the speed, and I feel like he's the one that most people do because he is a speedy wide receiver. And if you're going to have a rookie premier player, they're not always going to be up to date with the other players, so you probably want to have the speed guy, because if we have, 94, 95 overall players or whatever, and Ruggs gets a 92 or Jeudy gets a 92, he's at least going to have similar speed, if not better speed, than the other players we already have in the game, because he's one of the fastest wide receivers in the draft, the fastest wide receiver in the draft, and one of the fastest wide receivers in the NFL now. And as I said, there was not a first-round tight end selected, so I do believe it is going to be Cole Kmet. Hopefully, again, I said his name correctly. I do believe he is going to be the rookie premier tight end. He was the first tight end selected in the second round. There was not a first-round pick for him. There was not a first-round pick for tight ends anyways. He has 89 speed, 93 catching, 92 catch traffic, 90 spec catch, solid route running on only a 94 overall card. So transitioning to Madden 21, tight end is not always the most spectacular position, right? His run block is solid for a 94 as well, already being at a 69. So I feel like he could be, a solid little depth position player at the minimum if he's, say, your tight end 2 or even tight end 3, just in there as kind of like a blocker with some decent speed to start off Madden 21. Wouldn't be bad. So this is another thing that I wanted to explain to you guys. So the last offensive tackle that we had was Garrett Bowles with the rookie premier promo. The last 2 years, we've had Quentin Nelson, who was a left guard, and we have had a right guard in Chris Lindstrom. I do believe that we are going to go back to offensive tackle now that we have had 2 guards in a row, and I don't believe it's going to be Andrew Thomas, and I'll get into why it's not going to be Andrew Thomas once we get to a different position. I think it is going to be Jedrek Wills as the rookie premier offensive lineman. It's a left tackle. Could be solid with the offensive linemen, though. I'm going to be honest, with rookie premieres in general, offensive linemen, they don't always tend to get the most upgrades, right? Because offensive linemen don't get team of the weeks or anything like that. That's where the skill positions kind of come in handy, like the wide receivers, the halfback, the QBs. They're more likely to get more upgrades because of the team of the week promo, which is every single week. With offensive linemen, you have Football Outsiders, you have, MUT Heroes, all those other promos, but on a weekly basis, they're not likely to get an upgrade, but I think it's going to be Jedrek Wills. And the reason I think it's going to be Jedrek Wills and not Thomas is because Thomas's teammate, Xavier McKinney, was the first safety selected. Again, we did not have a first-round pick for safety, so I think that Xavier McKinney is going to end up getting the safety slot, and I'm very, very mad that the Cowboys didn't end up getting Xavier McKinney, that they stole him from us, but is what it is there. Xavier McKinney still should be a pretty solid rookie premier selection. He was the first safety, second round pick, and that's why I don't believe we're going to get Thomas, because I've never seen two players from the same team get rookie premiers. So Xavier McKinney for the defense and for the safety. And on to the cornerbacks. I do believe it is going to be Jeff Okudah, who was, of course, the first cornerback selected. I believe pick number 3. Yes, pick number 3 by the Lions. The past couple of years, it has always been the first cornerback selected. So I do believe we are going to get Jeff Okudah. We'll see if he can slide in as the replacement for Darius Slay and kind of pick up where he left off. It's pretty big shoes to fill, but 96 speed, 97 excel. He's definitely a decently speedy cornerback, which could be good to see to start off the year of Madden 21. Of course, the past couple of years, we've had players like Marshawn Lattimore. We've had Denzel Ward. Denzel Ward was a pretty dang good rookie premier. You guys can see, actually, I quick on my Denzel Ward, but we've had Marshawn Lattimore, we've had Denzel Ward. We've had some speedy corners. I think Jeff Okudah could be nice. As I said earlier, we have had 2 defensive ends and 1 linebacker, or 2 linebackers and 1 defensive end for the past couple of years. It's been alternating. This year should be the year of 2 linebackers and 1 defensive end if they want to go that route. And 100%, I think this one is probably one that I would say confirmed, lock him in right now. It just makes perfect sense. Isaiah Simmons. Now, EA has him as a right outside linebacker, so we'll see what he's going to be in Madden 21. But Isaiah Simmons just makes perfect sense. I mean, he's a speedy linebacker. A lot of people would love to have a speedy 6'4" user card to start off the year. That's why we love that Devin Bush card this year, because just speedy middle linebacker to start the year. So Isaiah Simmons, 95 speed, 95 acceleration on this card, 83 block shed. We don't know what his stats look like at the beginning of Madden 21, but obviously an athletic freak, a speedy guy. Everyone wants Isaiah Simmons as a rookie premier. 90 zone coverage as well. Very good at zone. His hit power as well is a 96. I mean, this would just be an incredible card to have at the beginning of the year, and I think it makes perfect sense for you to give us what we want here with Isaiah Simmons. Now, since we did get Isaiah Simmons, who is a right outside linebacker, if they go with 2 linebackers, I believe it is going to be Kenneth Murray. He was the first, I want to say, middle linebacker selected. They could go with somebody else like Patrick Queen, but they may just go with the first middle linebacker selected, which was Kenneth Murray. 6'3", very speedy at 93 speed, 96 acceleration for only a 95 overall card. For a comparison here to Devin Bush's rookie premier, you can see his block shed, 82. Now, he's not good at all in coverage stats, so this will just be really a user card, kind of similar to Isaiah Simmons. So we could get Isaiah Simmons, we could get Kenneth Murray. Kind of had 2 really, really good user guys, but also Isaiah Simmons got pretty good zone. So Murray here, 93 agility, 69 catching, his jumping's a 95. Both of them are athletic freaks, and I would love to have both of them going into Madden 21 on the team. And for the defensive lineman, I mean, let's be honest here, it makes perfect sense. Chase Young. Everybody wants Chase Young in their team, of course, and you guys can see his stats here, 88 speed, 94 excel, 93 block shedding, 96 finesse move on his 98 overall card. Will be good to have a speedy defensive end going into the next year, and of course, we don't know what overall he's going to be, but maybe he'll have somewhat decent speed, be a good quarterback spy to start off the beginning of the year. And it could be a similar situation like this year where we got Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa, number 1, number 2. We could get number 1, number 2 here with Chase Young and Joe Burrow. Maybe we'll get Tua. I don't think we're going to get Justin Herbert. I think it's going to be either Tua or Burrow. So I just think it makes perfect sense to give us, again, the number 1 and number 2 overall picks with Chase Young and Joe Burrow. So with that being said, guys, those are my rookie premier predictions. Let me know down below who you guys think we are going to get. Again, remember, there are 10 total rookie premiers usually. A quarterback, a halfback, a tight end, an offensive lineman, and a wide receiver. And then defensively, we have a cornerback, a safety, 1 or 2 linebackers, and 1 or 2 defensive ends. But as I said, I think it's going to be 2 linebackers and 1 defensive end for this year. So with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. And if you did, make sure you guys drop a like on the video. And of course, hit that sub button down below. I'll see you guys next time.